to another game here. Armchair Football League Thanksgiving special. We got Snoop Dogg in the house as the Steelers play host to the Bills here. A big time clash of top teams in the AFC, currently 1 and 2. So, a much anticipated matchup for each side. See how we stack up as we make that push towards the playoffs. Um, and sorry, I've not been on more games coming into this, and just kind of been one of those weeks. But happy was able to go well so far, at least as far as when I had to leave a game. It did not go too long and really screw things up. So we'll see Pittsburgh here with the ball as they look to get us started here with some points on their first drive. There you go, Henry on the ground, and not a ton for him there, and an injury timeout right away. A Bills defender going to go down. That's Yaya Diaby. He missed some time this year with injury. He's going to miss some of this game, though he will probably return. And play action, Dak. And drops off to Ingram. That's a first down. A little check and release. First down, Pittsburgh. And here we go again with another 1st and 10. Out wide this time, Henry, and he gets the corner, and he's got one man to beat. He breaks that tackle, but can't stay inbounds. Gets him past the 50, though. So our first play here in Buffalo territory. And Merritt on the ground, and a little slow on the cutback, only gets a couple yards. Milano in on the tackle. 2nd and 8, an empty setup here for Dak. Maybe showing blitz, but does not come. And a quick pass, that's Dobbs. Gets him to another 1st and 10. And now a 3 tight end set for Pittsburgh. And great job up the middle. Who is it? I can't tell who it is. Ogba, the announcer says, with the tackle for loss. Great job of leverage on that play. Dobbs another catch, and he gets him to a 3rd and 1. Bringing out the fullback here. And quick pass set up, out wide, and Jamison Williams catches and run, gets up the sideline, and touchdown Steelers. Wow, you really turned on the afterburners on that one, and that'll be a touchdown for the Steelers to start us off today. I didn't think this looked great off the hand, but outside leverage worked and just turned up the field. So that's a 6-0 Pittsburgh lead. And the Boz to make it 7. So Buffalo and Josh Allen will take the field here, looking to answer that 8-play, 76-yard drive. And he'll take over at the 29-yard line. So the offense this year for Buffalo started off fantastic. A blistering pace to begin the year, has cooled off in recent weeks. The loss of Adam Thielen has really taken the wind out of their sails a little bit. So they were looking to get things rolling against the Steelers defense. Still number 1 in the league, points and yards coming into this game. Though that net gap did narrow quite a bit after the Bears had a nice week last week. And on the ground once again, and what a hit. Out to the 40. But Mitchell is able to get him a first down. And they go back to the ground, and a great job yet again by Mitchell. 5 yards on the play. This offensive line is really firing off the ball and having their way with the Steelers front. 2nd and 5. They motion out to empty here. We're going to see their first pass attempt most likely. And they're going to get a completion, and that's going to be a great catch and run. Braxton Berrios gets them up to the 41-yard line, and we'll see their first play in Steelers territory. And incomplete, looking out wide, but could not quite get it in there in time. Revel, I think, in coverage. Couple extra motions here. Buffalo running some trickery. And quick pass and a great job running the rub underneath Darren Waller there, as that's something with a 3rd and inches. Great play design from Buffalo there. And they go QB sneak, and they've got it. So inside the 30 they go, a new set of downs, looking to answer that touchdown. And quarterback power, Josh Allen gets the corner, and he's going to fumble it, and it's not recovered by Pittsburgh. Ball goes back to the spot of the fumble. So, I mean, it's good he was on the sideline, but quarterback power, a risky play for that reason. They go back to the ground, and the push is once again fantastic. He's going to get him to a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. So, a excellent drive for this offensive line. They have been able to have their way with the Steelers front so far, and pass or run. As they go back to the ground, and he's going to get a touchdown. So they continue to block it up well. Keaton Mitchell this time finds his way into the end zone, and the Bills have answered the score. And the kick is good, so we are at 7 all. 10 plays, 72-yard, taking just under 4 minutes. So 2 sustained drives here. And the Steelers will take over at the 24-yard line. Sorry, 74. Henry has 2 receiving touchdowns on the year, both of which coming in the exact same game. And Dak out wide. Ingram catch and run. He breaks a tackle and gets him a 1st down. Bring the fullback in here. Line up in the I formation. They go out wide. And Henry is not going to get the corner this time. Great job by the... I'm not sure if that's the corner. I think it's the corner who came down and made the play. But great job to maintain leverage. 2nd and 10. They go pitch, weak side. And Henry cannot get anything going there either. 3rd and 11 coming up. And he rips it. Romeo Doubs catches it at the 43-yard line for the 1st down. A tough catch in traffic for Doubs. He's able to reel it in, and that's a new set of downs for Pittsburgh. And they go jet sweep. Williams, he turns the corner. He's got 1 man to beat. Can't quite get around the corner there, but one of the rare jet sweeps that actually works gets the Steelers a 1st down. They go play action. Dak steps up, and he can't connect with Diggs there. Run a little stop post, but couldn't get the separation. Couldn't reel it in traffic. They go back to the ground, and once again, free runners for Buffalo. 3rd and 11 coming up. That's Montez Sweat leading the charge. And that'll be the end of our 1st quarter. So 7-7. Pittsburgh faced with another 3rd and long to convert on this drive. And keep the momentum of every single drive ending in a touchdown so far this game. So other side of the field. And he goes over the top to Jamison Williams, but couldn't reel it in. Gator armed it a bit. The drop, though he probably would have taken quite the shot if he did get it in. And we will see a 42-yard field goal attempt by Boswell. And it is good. So Steelers take the lead back with a field goal from 42 yards, which will probably not be enough in this one. Buffalo is going to look to answer and try to get their 1st lead of the day. So there you see it, 26. Coming into the day, tied with all those guys. He's maintained that lead he had early in the year. See if he can build on it today as a nice catch. That one, I believe, Aguilar gets him 7 yards. And back to the ground they go. And a penalty. The Bills going to get our first penalty of the day. A holding call will make them a 2nd and 13. So, I mean, didn't need it on this one. They had great push everywhere else, but we'll see if they can overcome their first time behind the sticks today as they get a nice completion and make it a 3rd and manageable. Great work here by Darren Waller. Gets them to a 3rd and 5. We'll see if the Steelers can generate some pressure here. They send the blitz, but doesn't get home. It is caught by Aguilar and a 1st down to the 40-yard line. Looks like the Steelers rushed did a better job slowing themselves down than it did slowing the offense down. A play action, quick pass, and a 1st down grab here by the fullback. And into Steelers territory yet again. They go on the ground. Mitchell, and he is not going to get past the line of scrimmage this time. Right into the lineman there. A rare stop by the Steelers run defense so far today. Empty now for Josh. And quick pass. It is caught. And a 3rd and 5 coming up again. The quick passing game so far, Buffalo, has been effective. Can the Steelers make that adjustment and jump some of these short routes? They send the blitz. And caught again. Aguilar, another tough grab. Gets him down to the 33. That's into field goal range. But eyes on 6. For sure. And out wide. And a great catch by Barrios. He gets him down to the 21. Just on the edge of the red zone. But yeah, these short routes. Quick outs, quick ins. Steelers have no answers for him right now. And that's at his feet. Good coverage this time from Pittsburgh. Pressure does start to get home. Josh just dirts it. 2nd and 10. And they set up the screen. And nowhere for Mitchell to go. Oh, he breaks the tackle. Chuck Clark had him in the backfield, but Mitchell makes a great play. He gets him to a 3rd and 2. And a light box from Pittsburgh. If they run it here, I like their odds. They do run it. And they I liked their odds. Steelers with very, very, very questionable personnel decisions on that 3rd and short. They haven't stopped the run even when they do line up to try to stop it, but I would have at least appreciated some effort into trying. As another broken tackle in the backfield, unfortunately too many Steelers there. A 2nd and goal from the 3. Loading up the strong side of the run formation, and they get the stop for it. 3rd and goal from the 3 coming up. Under 4 to play. Motioning out. We're going to see a pass. They send the blitz. Doesn't get home. And a touchdown for Darren Waller working against Fitzpatrick. He reels it in. The Bills have taken the lead here with a 13-10 advantage. Field or extra point looking to make it 14. All right, our first real advantage of the day goes to Buffalo. A 14-play drive for them, spanning 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Impressive ball control and ability to overcome adversity for them on this one. And now we'll see if Pittsburgh can run another 3-minute drive and end up with a touchdown to go into half with the lead. They will kick off to Buffalo. So it is a very important drive for setting the table for the second half. As Henry on the ground, and he is going to get a nice carry of 6 yards. And complete. Jamison Williams breaks the tackle, and he gets him out to just shy of midfield. I'd love to see this get down close to the 2-minute warning before it's snapped. They go read option. Dak's going to keep it. He's going to get 4 yards. They will probably take one more snap here before the 2-minute warning. To the air, Dak. And Jamison Williams, another grab. Gets him down inside the 40, and the 2-minute warning has been hit. So both teams with all their timeouts, we could be in for a long 2-minute drill as we're in the split back far formation, I believe. And gonna throw it. He swings it to the fullback out of the backfield, and that's going to get him 7 yards. Clock does stop. Ruckert with the grab. And now we're going empty. And over the top, and a great job in coverage there. Corner breaking off his man to make a play on the ball, saving a touchdown. 3rd and 3 Pittsburgh. Henry back in. And complete over the middle. Jamison Williams again. Gets him up to the 20. Clock starts here, and that's good. You want to get this down below a minute. Back to the far formation. And they go fullback dive as Ruckert's going to get him a 5-yard carry. Yep, they gotta definitely get this thing down. There we go. Back in the same formation again here. They go fullback dive yet again. And Ruckert is going to get him a first down. An injury timeout, though, as Tippmann goes down with the injury. So an important cog here in the middle of the Steelers' offensive line goes down. He's going to be back for our second half most likely. They'll have to navigate 1st and goal without him. Merritt will be the back. Haven't heard from Diggs today. He's at the top of your screen. Heard a lot from JMO, though. They go to him and nearly intercepted a little bit late on the goal line fade and couldn't make a play on the ball. 2nd and goal, 39 seconds remain. Light box, I'd love to see a run, but we go through the air. Quick pass to Ingram, and that's going to get our clock started. A quick timeout by Pittsburgh to ruin any chance at killing the clock down. So, I guess that's how it goes. 3rd and goal, Pittsburgh. Touchdown, take the lead. Dak steps up. He's going to run for it, and he's got it. So Dak Prescott does it with his legs. Leaves 31 seconds on the clock for no reason, I want to point out. But Pittsburgh does take the lead. So a great job to execute here. Goal to go situation. Dak, nothing there. Finds a way out of the pocket. And the Steelers execute fairly well as far as their offense goes. They ran the exact number of plays they would have needed to get down to. Exactly 10-ish seconds left. But they didn't won all of them. So pains me. It pains me. But we'll see if Josh Allen can make us pay for that lack of clock management. He is going to have probably 3 plays, barring some play taking way too long or one getting out of bounds and giving himself 4 plays. Certainly time is going to be on their side to get a field goal up and tie this game up going to half. We talked about setting the stage for the second half. This is their opportunity to punch back on how the Steelers try to set things up. And a late penalty by Buffalo. So this isn't the end of things for them. They're going to get a late hold, which is tough. I hate those late holds. But obviously, you're short time. You have 7 seconds to play. That's doable here, as we'll see how long this takes for him to run upfield. As he gets out of bounds, at that point it doesn't matter, but they're behind the sticks a lot. They really need that play to hit for 10-15, get back on track. So probably going to take it in a half with 3-point deficit as they do go to the ground. And another holding penalty. I mean, in some regards, now that you've gotten it, you might as well get all your holdings out of the way and hopefully not get them for the rest of the game. But Dawkins going to get this one. Whatever. I mean, there's no reason to keep having these. But we give Mitchell another carry, and he is going to get a nice one. But they will not take the timeout because they are fine with going to half. So helping out the rushing stats for your boy Keaton Mitchell. And they were even going to kneel it. So that will be our halftime score, 17-14. This game, all the even matchup that we expected. Each team has scored with every possession they had, except for if you count the Bills' last one here. I mean, it's kind of a two-minute drill weirdness. It's hard to really say, like, oh, the counter or whatever. But if you want to count that one, sure. But you could also count this as a continuation of their possession. If you want to be on the side of optimism. So we'll see how they answer that touchdown. We did see Josh run a little in that first half as they popped the stat up. He's been very cavalier with taking hits, but as we saw, he did fumble with his one hit last time. As he runs this time, he shucks off a tackler and takes a huge shot from Cam Hayward. Right decision to pull it, but would have loved to see a little better block there by his wide receiver, especially against the rookie. 2nd and 8 coming up. Josh, quick pass. That's Waller catch and run. Oh my God, another one? Like, that's like so late. Like, let him do whatever at that point. The ball's in the air, you know? That's Mason McCormick this time. Yeah. And incomplete, going for Waller this time. Fortunate that Henley didn't have his head up. It could have been a pick. 3rd and 18 here for the Bills. And incomplete. Attacking in the middle of the field, but Fitzpatrick was there. And we'll see a punt. And it's a good punt. Gets him down past the 40, but about a 5-yard return there by Lambert Smith. And now we'll see if the Steelers can keep their momentum going on offense. Merritt at the back. Diggs top of your screen. Flexed out. And incomplete. Looking for Dobbs, but great coverage by Fuller. And Dobbs, little catch and run, but not much to run with. 3rd and 6 now. And 2 Dobbs for the first down on the out route. Made a couple tough grabs here today, has Dobbs. Been a big chain mover for them. Same with James Williams, but we got to get Diggs involved here. Has Merritt the run. He's got a blocker out in front. He picks up that block, but chased down by Devin Lloyd from behind. A good 12-yard run for Pittsburgh, and now Henry back in. So gets spelled a little bit there, but now the King is back. See if they hand it to him. They do, and he breaks the tackle in the backfield, and he is going to get him 6 yards. Diggs getting in a fight with Johnson there. Got to give Johnson a lot of credit here. Been a matchup one-on-one a lot with him, and we haven't heard from Diggs today. And they go on the ground again. Henry, he is not going to break that tackle in the backfield. Does not get any yards. That's Devin Lloyd filling the gap and making a big play. 3rd and 4 Pittsburgh. And drops it off to the back. Merritt makes a man miss, and he gets down to the 11-yard line. A first down Pittsburgh just outside of a goal-to-go scenario. And we're bringing out the big boys here, 22 personnel. They go on the ground, and Henry finds the gap and stopped just barely short of the goal line there. Great job by the safeties to hold him up as we get a 2nd and inches. Merritt is now the back. They're spreading things out. They go to the air, and Evan Ingram gets the touchdown. So Pittsburgh is able to capitalize on the Bills. Not able to keep up pace of scoring every possession by getting a 2-score lead here. Still getting Lou Fortner in the game at center, so that Tippmann injury may be a little more serious than I thought. Obviously, I have no idea how serious these injuries are. I'm just winging it. But, yeah, that's what I know. So a 24-14 game for the Bills. I think the plan is pretty simple. Just don't hold. You've gotten some pretty rough calls these last 2 possessions they've had, counting the one right before the end of the half. So really, you just got to hope that they've called as many of them as they're going to call on you today, and that you can go ahead and, cook. Because that last drive, they had a conversion on that hold. Just fucked them over. So we'll see if they can avoid that. Maybe get back to that ground game too. Go play action. Josh has got time. And he gets a completion. Mitchell makes a man miss, but not much more after that. 2nd and 4. And out wide, Berrios, and he is going to make a man miss and get him the first down. So a tough grab on the sideline, having to reach up over the shoulder, but able to maintain his balance and shrug off tackler. A great job by him there. And out wide once more and just a little bit low. Liked what he was looking for. Had Juwan Johnson there on the sideline, but just didn't give him quite enough time to get up his break. Maybe he cut it off a little bit too wide, but 2nd and 10 either way. Screen set up for Mitchell. and breaks another tackle. He has had an awesome day of breaking tackles, and they've got a 3rd and 1 coming up, and they're goal line on goal line. 4-down territory for Buffalo. They go power. Oh, but he's going to lose 3 yards. Jalen Carter leads the charge for Pittsburgh. Now, will they go for it here? Let's go for it if you kind of maintain the line of scrimmage, but to lose that badly, they do elect to punt. Still should be a go for it scenario. I want to keep that clear, but the sim decided to punt after losing that many yards on the play. It's a solid punt inside the 20, but feels bad with how good they ran the ball today. You've got to think it's probably miscue to go into the goal line, kind of tell your hand that much, considering how well you've ran out of 11 personnel. Maybe that's the adjustment to make in the short yardage stuff, but either way, out to Henry, and if the fake fullback dive works to perfection as Henry is still running. He makes 3 Bills defenders miss, and he is off and running an 83-yard touchdown by Derrick Henry. I have never seen the fake fullback dive, halfback flip work almost at all. This one gets him basically 30 yards untouched, where he takes over from there. But an incredible run by the King, as that will end up being probably a pretty big dagger. That's 5 Bills defenders in that area, and none of them could bring him down. With 3:01 to play here in the 3rd quarter, things are not looking great for your Buffalo Bills. They have got to put up a quick score here, really answer that Hail Mary, or home run. Answer that home run with a convincing drive of their own. That's kind of been tough for them to get. They have not executed well in the intermediate part of the field, haven't taken a deep shot yet. They have been, killing efficient in the short game, but obviously you fail 1 3rd down badly, then that kind of falls off the tracks. So they need Josh Allen to be a Superman here. They need Brian Thomas Jr., both number 1 wide receivers today. Very quiet, as BTJ has also not done much. Josh steps out. He's got room to run. He puts on the cape, but he does take a shot by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 8-yard run. Line up in the heavy set here. I'm trying to pick up a 2nd and short. And a better push this time. Mitchell finds the hole, and that's a nice run. About 10, 12 yards, I think I would say. As they set up a 1st and 10 just shy of midfield. BTJ working against Killer Witherspoon on the bottom of the screen, maybe? I'm trying to remember who was over there. Anyway, still have not targeted over there yet. So a 2nd and 4. Kind of got a little bracket going on here, bottom of the screen to BTJ. And short pass. It is caught by Waller. Shrugs off a defender, but can't get away from the 2nd. 3rd and inches. Another goal line on goal line scenario. This one, I think, regardless, is 4 down. But the QB sneak works just fine. A 1st and 10 Buffalo. And there he is. First grab of the day for Brian Thomas Jr. He flips over to the other side now, going to test the rookie. And they will not, actually. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. The 3rd set dominated by Pittsburgh as they are able to put up 2 touchdowns to the Bills 0. We'll see if Buffalo has the start of an answer on this drive. And it's a very difficult guy to tackle. He doesn't get any extra yards breaking that tackle, but he keep making plays after the catch. One of these is going to hit big for him. They go back to the ground. Mitchell bounces it out, but Fitzpatrick is there to bottle him up. Short gain there. 3rd and 3 coming up. We are at 0 Steelers today. We only ranked 9th on the season in Steelers, so kind of feels low, considering we are all Steelers, but, it is what it is. And out wide, Mitchell And he doesn't break the tackle, but he also doesn't get stonewalled. So a first down inside the red zone for them. Still need that urgency. You got to score once here. You got to score another time before the 3 minutes. And you got to score one last time in the 2-minute warning. So we'll see if they can execute that sort of game plan, as that's a nice open pocket for Thomas Jr., his second catch of the drive. And flipping the formation here. Flipping formation. Oh, it's a different formation entirely. New play call. And complete to Barrios. And he's able to make him miss and get a touchdown. I told you. You keep making guys miss. The good things will keep happening to him as he does the fast version of that weird dance. But that brings it back to a 11-point game. The extra point to make it 10. And exactly what you're looking for here if you're a Buffalo. Score quick in the fourth quarter. Took maybe a bit longer than you were hoping for. A bit longer on the drive. 5 minutes. Definitely hoping for under 4. But you got to get one in the bucket. You got to see one go in. Work from there. So, rhythm back. Your defense hopefully got a big break. And they are able to come out here firing and get you a stop. Henry, obviously a quieter day up until that home run hit on the last one. Likely going to see Pittsburgh run it back with him. They're going to the far formation. They ran fullback dive each time out of it. Kind of a little 0-1 trap out of it, too. As they go to Henry, and the angles did not work. A great job of penetration there by the Buffalo defense, as they can't quite knock him out of the zone, though. So that would have been important if he could have gotten tackled for loss there. They go back to the ground. Henry makes a couple guys miss, makes a few more miss. Oh, man. X-factor ability in the zone is always tough to deal with for a running back. When you get a guy as big as Henry, it becomes a nightmare to tackle. 3rd and inches. Opportunity for Buffalo. And the Steelers take a page out of their book and get a first down on the QB sneak. So clock keeps ticking here, approaching the 6-minute mark. We go back to King Henry. A great block as he's running free, breaks another tackle, and another home run here. A 64-yarder for Henry. And just will not be denied here in this second half. A dominant performance here. Just no way to put it. That obviously didn't require very much out of him. Not quite the Herculean effort, but he had the Herculean effort on that 2nd and 10 to set him up to convert so easily. So, a statement game for him, no question about it. As the clock, starts to head towards that December where he's always so deadly, he is putting up one hell of a performance today. And that does put Buffalo into you need to score in like 1 minute territory. If by some miracle you're going to stop this rushing attack right now 2 drives in a row, you're going to have time to do it. So we need to push this ball down the field. I would love to try to get an isolated one-on-one shot with Thomas Jr. They might have just done it with that formation switch. Just give him a chance over the top. As they go short, give it to Barrios, who has been a monster today, so hard to argue that. Yep, and now we got top locked on him, so safety help over the top. And pass short to Waller, not even going to get the first down. Good tackle by Henley. 3rd and 1, goal line again for them. This is a longer one. Will they go QB sneak? They do, and they get it. So good conversion, but that's our minute right there. So we've only moved 10 yards in that 1 minute I said they needed to score in. So we are, again, looking like it's out of time for Buffalo. But we will see what they can cook up. There's a quick pass to Waller. It's just not happening fast enough for him here. It just isn't. It's an incomplete. An opportunity at a big chunk play. Waller could not reel it in. I think you got to test him. Top of your screen. He just ran the slant. It's all right. He's out of bounds, so that's good. Juwan Johnson, a great catch and run up to the 50. I just look over there. I see one-on-one, and I want them to attack it just this one time. but they're going to put him down in the flex spot here. And TJ Watt gets a free release and almost intercepted. Oh, my God. So rattled, obviously, by TJ going free. Doesn't get sacked, though, but nearly throws a pick right to Adoree Jackson. And complete. There it is, over the top. They threw it short. I'm telling you, like, they just need that one. But now it's 4th and 2. You got to convert by any means necessary. Probably running BTJ on another slant. Press man 1-on-1. Blitz comes on the top of your screen. Replace him. And they go the other way. It does work, though. 1st and 10. Approaching that 3-minute mark. And a nice throw. Layered that thing over the top. Oh, well, you know what? If you're going to score a touchdown on the run, you might as well do it. Down to the 1-yard line. I was frowning at the play call for them, just because, why'd you purposely stop the clock? But when you get down to the 1, that's a great play call as they do punch it in. Roschon Johnson vultures the touchdown on them. So they make it a 10-point game with 3 minutes to go. It is one of the landmarks we look for. They might kick it off deep, hope they can get one single stop. Go down, score the touchdown, onside it. Hope for the best. They might onside it here. I don't hate onsiding it here because a field goal doesn't hurt you that bad. Okay, they're going to onside it. I think it's smart. You got to get one. As the Steelers recover it short. So Pat Bryant's going to get a talking to on the sideline, but he did catch it. So, hey, that's good enough for us. As a 1st and 10, just outside the 40-yard line. Steelers go with Merritt on the ground, and he's got a decent little run here. Everyone kind of closed around him, but 2nd and 5. And now Derrick Henry's back in. They go counter, and Henry avoids the counter entirely, breaks the tackle. He breaks another tackle, and oh my God, a 35-yard run. Harris, who took the worst of one of those hits, is down with an injury. Yeah, I don't blame you, buddy. Yeah, stretch it out, yeah. Henry not in for this play. Got Jalen Warren in as the back. And Warren will punch it in. So Warren vultures a touchdown. Roschon vultures a touchdown. That is the game for sure. What an excellent day for the Steelers rushing attack. But we'll see if Buffalo can put up some more points. How about the MVP case for Josh? And incomplete there to start. Their offense just cannot get vertical right now. There's just nothing going. And a penalty, but it's going to be declined as Jalen Carter in on the sack. I think it's our first sack either side. But the hold on Dawkins is going to be declined. 4th and 11 coming up. And geez, airmails it. But sad end of the day there for Josh, but Steelers going to look to run this clock out. And Henry somehow makes it through the line of scrimmage. Gets him 6 yards. 2-minute warning there. 1 first down will do it, as they will be able to kneel it out after that. Unless we think Buffalo is going to take their timeouts. Warren back in. So clearly just kind of saving Henry at this point. They did put him in on the last play. A loss of 1 on the play. Good tackle in the backfield. Go through the air to pick up the last one. And Diggs, his first catch of the day, is going to seal it. So didn't want to let him be shut out today. Gets him the first down. And they are not going to line up in the victory formation. Getting handed off to Warren here, I would assume. And Warren is going to lose another 2 yards. So they keep hurting Warren's poor rushing stats here at the end of this game. And that'll be the game, a 45-28 victory for Pittsburgh. One of those games where Buffalo just couldn't quite get the stop, and their offense just couldn't hit the deep shot, or really couldn't find it anyway. So, you know, not necessarily as bad as I think the score indicated. Obviously, the second half, those Henry runs, like, really blew the game out of proportion. It was kind of, you know, tit for tat up until those. So, obviously, gonna hurt to have to fight through those. Just, I mean, yikes, dude. That's a tough one. But fun to watch if you're a Steelers fan like myself, who happened to also run the team. But yeah, well, in the stats, probably a little bit worse of a day even than you'd think for that. Just because again, didn't have the yards for carry at all. Dak didn't have to do much. 234 for Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns. Even letting, you know, a couple other people run one in while they're at it. Here, Barrios, 7 grabs, leads the way. Mason Cornwell's your only sack. Adoree Jackson with 15 tackles. A lot of assists, though. Jalen Carter, 3 tackles for loss, leads the way. He also has the only sack of the day. No interceptions. Fuller has 3 passes defensed. Minka forced that early fumble, wasn't recovered as it went out of bounds. So, I mean, a pretty well-played day. There's a couple holding penalties in the middle that were debatable at best, but other than that, yeah. So, there we have it. We'll see you guys in the next game.